Friends and viewers, good evening. The name of Goethe, though it is in Urdu, this book, but the name of which is The Sorrow of Young Werther by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. But I'm going to discuss with you about The Sorrow of Young Werther. The name of this book is, or the novel which today I was reading, the same was The Sorrow of Young Werther. And this is published in 1774 by famous Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Goethe was a well-famous, well-known writer and a poet and a German writer. And in one of my previous video, I had discussed about the Faust of the Goethe, which they called it. So tonight we are going to discuss about the novel The Sorrow of the Young Werther. The Sorrow of Young Werther is an epistolary, specifically a collection of letters penned by prolific German author Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. It was published in 1770s, and with its dark, Quixotic theme, it becomes a major influence on the later Romantic era. Loosely based on Goethe's life, The Sorrow of a Young Werther follows the melancholic experience and unfortunate events of Werther as he moves from place to place, experiencing the sorrow of life. The Sorrow of Young Werther. In the letters Werther writes to his friend Wilhelm, his story begins with him leaving his rural town because of a failed romance. He was entangled with a lady and her sister who ended badly, and he was forced to leave. However, he does not regret it. He finds himself enamored with his new town he is in, a village called Wilhelm. Foregoing his own art to walk and enjoy the countryside, he visits with other peasants whose stories are often told in conjunction with his own. He finds the village charming, rustic, and likens into the stories he reads in the Bible. Being a hopeless romantic and a hopelessly passionate person, Werther falls for a woman named Charlotte or Lottie, whose mother had died and she was taking care of her siblings. The only problem is that he fell for her before he discovered that she is already spoken for. She is engaged to be married to a man named Albert. Thus his sorrow begins once again. But he doesn't stop Werther, as he is too much in love with Lottie to stop. So he continues to build this close relationship with her despite the fact that she is unavailable. The Sorrow of Werther. So what happened, friends? Werther's plan is too much to take. So after months of cultivating his relationship, a relationship that Lottie herself now cherishes, Werther feels as if he is forced to leave Wilhelm. He heads to Weimar to visit an old friend. However, he feels inexplicably out of place, where he is thrown into an environment that is the complete opposite from where he came. His friend has become a part of a weekly gathering for a sort of aristocrats, and Werther is too embarrassed to stay. And as he is not a nobleman, now forced to return to Wilhelm, He hopes he can rekindle his relationship with Lottie, however discover that she and Albert are now married. Charlotte and Werther continue to meet, but out of respect for her husband and their union, Lotte decides to end the casual relationship with Werther. She asks him not to visit her as often as he does, as it is inappropriate for a married woman to spend so much time with another man. Werther agrees, but not before he visits for her one last time to declare his love for her in the form of a poem. They are both overcome with love that they share an illicit embrace. However, it is clearly stated that there is no chance for them to be, and therefore there is only one solution in a love triangle like this. One person of three must die to let the other two live in peace. Werther is too gentle of a soul to murder anyone, and as he does not want to hurt Charlotte, so he decides that the best solution is for him to take his own life. Werther readies himself for this feat and writes a note to Albert asking him for his dueling pistol under the guise that he wants to go on a journey. Charlotte is the one who receives the note and immediately knows that this is about. However, neither she nor Albert makes any attempt to stop it. They send him a pistol. Werther takes this as a confirmation that he is doing the right thing and shoots himself in the head. However, it takes an agonizing 12 hours for him to die from the wound. He leaves behind a letter for Charlotte telling her that she was meant to be with him and that they will end up together one day in heaven. Despite now how hopeful and passionate Werther is to those around him, neither Lottie nor Albert attend the funeral, and neither does a member of the cloth. Werther is buried under a tree, and he talked about regularly in his letter, gone but not forgotten. At least not to Charlotte, who Goethe has written that she will one day die of a broken heart. Despite his hope, Werther died alone and full of sorrow, and Goethe does a great job with presenting the elements of sorrow and romanticism that were evident in the Stern and Drang movement. Not only that, but this short tale turned Goethe into a popular writer in a matter of days, as it took him such a short time to write it. It was instantly popular, so much so that it is referenced in one other book written by famed author like Mary Shelley and Thomas Mann. Goethe also talks about how haunted he feels about the death of his own character. Werther, which is a beautiful way to signify the importance of place to the world of literature, especially to the author of him. So, this was the end of the story of the young Werther, the sorrow of young Werther, and this was no doubt a very painful story, the sorrow of young Werther, how Werther became the victim of its own love, how he himself could not and he sacrificed himself for his own romantic lust, and he did not pay any attention to the before to be reasonable enough and not to entangle himself in the love triangle. So this is the story of the sorrow of young Werther, written by Wolfgang von Goethe, and the sorrow of young Werther, and it is a very tragic story, and I hope you will enjoy it when you read it. This is the Urdu one in my hand, but I have a English version also, the story of the sorrow of young Werther. Thank you very much.